Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Options Mentor. Well, this week we continue with the rise in the market, even after they did pull back a bit, trying to realize that the Fed chair didn't say that the rate hikes were over, but they resumed what I can best describe as sniffing glue and thinking that where the rate hikes are over. They've been very clear they're not, but the market's been going higher off of that. So I look for any time now the steam to kind of run out of this, maybe pull back or at least settle down a little bit. But we do have two big news events coming up this week. We have the CPI coming out Tuesday morning at 8:30 Eastern. That's an hour before the market opens, wherever you are. And the PPI on Wednesday comes out at an hour before the market opens. So both of those, I'm sure, will influence the market with whatever interpretation the market takes from it. It's hard to say what they'll do, but I think we have a real opportunity here still with Vega going even lower. We have a great opportunity with some long Vega trades here. In fact, I'm going to do one I don't do a whole lot of. I'll show it to you here. First, I want to look at the SPX chart, and we can see just the craziness, up, 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 and away, off a non-existent comment from the chair of the Fed. And we can see here, let's go over here to VIX real quick. Whoops. All right. And the VIX, of course, plummeting. We're down here near lows like we haven't seen in a long time, other than earlier this year. Back before that, it's been a while. So we're way down here around 14. And I don't know where we're going to open tomorrow. Could be muted in either direction. We will see. But let's go over here to the SPX again. And let's take a look at a double calendar. Now, a double calendar gets you even longer Vega than a single calendar, meaning if volatility goes up in your favor, that's good for you. In fact, you can see here, this one has a Vega of 101.43. That means if volatility went up in your favor by 1 point, you would have $100, a little over $100 increase in your P&L. That's the theoretical plan, and it should be something like that. And of course, if volatility went down a point against you, it would be the opposite. Now, I've also enhanced this trade for a little more volatility exposure by making it 4 days wide. You recall normally when I do a calendar, I do them 3 days wide. So I went out to the 24th, which is what I think would probably be the best thing to do as we come into this week, tomorrow, Tuesday, whenever you might want to put one of these on if it fits you. And I went to the 24th, which is a week from this Friday, and then I bought the following Tuesday. Normally I would buy the Monday, but I'm going to do the Tuesday. One, it gives you a little more Vega lift if volatility works for you. And also, it causes your time decay to be a little faster, even though it's only 1 day more. Even though you bought the long on Tuesday instead of Monday, there is an enhancement in the fact that that time decay is slower than the Friday before. So that's all the reasons I picked this out. Now, I modeled this about 30 points, a little over above the money with a call calendar in SPX. You can also do this in SPY, just use like 3 points up, 3 points down. And then I did the same here on with the put side on the downside. You could even go wider. I did look at that. You could go maybe down to 70 and maybe, or you know what I mean, closer to over 40 points, and then here up to 60. And you can do that too. What does that do? Well, it brings down this swoop in the middle a little more, but still, this is about a $900 trade. You can still get 10% in this, I think, by the end of the week. I do like the idea of being a little bit tighter. I'll move this back to what I had there originally. I think this looks a little bit better, but you could do it either way. And but once again, that's a little under $1,000 trade. And if we just look at this by Friday, just on time decay, not counting anything that volatility might do for or against you, but this Friday, the 17th, you could be up $200, which in this case would be what? Around 20%. If, you know, but it won't be exactly that because it could be more than that if volatility works for you. Or It could be less than that if it works against it. And you also have price movement has an effect. But either way, I think this trade looks promising for this week, but the volatility all the way down here, just over 14. It'll look even better to me if tomorrow, maybe in the morning, we have kind of an up day and volatility drops even more. This trade will look even better. But I'd be willing to do this trade tomorrow or Tuesday, as long as we don't, if you get the VIX probably 17, 18, then I might just do a single calendar. But below that, I think you could do this double, particularly below 15. And certainly if it gets any lower than it is now, and just look to get even 7 or 8% and get out. I would definitely get out by 10% at the latest. If you stay much past that, I always liken this to, look at this here. I'm going to go a few days ahead. This is like you're standing on a beach ball here. If it moves either way, you can start to lose. So while you're looking at this, you go, oh, wow, this is great. I'm in the center. Things are looking good. Well, if you got 8 or 10%, just take it, because if we have a big move, it's over, right? You'll have less. You may even have a loss by the time you get done with it. And another thing you can do is, if this thing would run up, say, to 44.70 in this example, just take off the lower calendar, take off this put counter. And if we run all the way down to like 43.70, take off the upper calendar, stick with just that single, try to get back any loss you had, and then maybe 5-6% and turn this trade into a profitable one, even though it may have had that bigger move. Okay, that's really my plan for this week, for this trade. And as always, every day over at SheridanMentoring.com, we are teaching options in group classes, one-on-ones. Check us out. And I will see you here next week. Don't forget to tell your friends about this channel, like and subscribe so you can get a taste of what we're doing every day. And I will talk with you guys then next week. Have a great one. Bye-bye.